All right, the next scene is pretty exciting. This is where we get to learn a little bit about how big can you lie to me? How big can you lie to me? First of all, they go across something again into the Eiffel Tower, right? And what do they do when they meet in the Eiffel Tower? Well, they get into a rocket ship, don't they? But this rocket ship is obviously powered by something magnetic because there's no smoke trail when they go up. But before they go in the rocket ship, what do? Well, they talk about Nikola Tesla and how he was able to tap into all the frequencies using the giant Paris, the Eiffel Tower, the giant antenna. So, what's interesting about that? Well, Tesla's theory of gravity was never published. It was likely stolen. And Tesla is like the hero of everybody on the internet that has ever read about electricity or Tesla. Because to find out how he was treated by the Billionaires Club, I guess, lets you know that something was up with him and he was a true genius. And that's why when somebody asked Albert Einstein, hey, what's it like to be a genius? He replied, ask Nikola Tesla, right? Because Tesla was a genius, and Tesla's got his own theory of gravity. And if you can challenge Newton's theory of gravity, where Newton said that it has to be a ball before, and he's got his the inverse square of this mass. Well, there wasn't even a periodic table when Newton said that. He had no idea the masses of different substances, let alone the mass of all of them and what they are. They used to measure in hogsheads and firkins, and they would that was measuring weights, and measuring distances were leagues and furlongs. Um, so when they go in the rocket ship and they go up and then they come down and then they go across, right? They get up into the ionosphere and then they go across. Is and Tesla's work says that the ionosphere is where where some magic can happen with electricity. Um, and off you go again. This is more about you finding out the clues. Oh, what was Tesla like? What was Executive Order 1110? This is for you, right? So anyway, the point is they do get up in the air and get high enough, and then they go across. They go across the plane to Tomorrowland. What do you want? What do you want? It's that's how it is. And when they arrive in Tomorrowland, they find that the despair, like the caring meter, right? Remember, the outcome of this is 99%. Um, or 100% possible, we go to Tomorrowland and we find out that it's back to being lousy because of whatever Governor Nix's plan is, but it's playing out on in both dimensions, right? So anyway, that's the point of that, is that they don't go to another planet, they go across, and it's Nikola Tesla's theory of gravity that is very likely um, far more accurate than Newton. Well, and I mean, it was a few hundred years later as well. So what can you expect, right? The more you know, the better you can guess, and that's what Newton was doing. He said, "I feign no hypothesis, but if I have to prove that this is a ball, then this is how it has to work. Leave me alone."